Hi friends, how are you? Today I have come here again with a new topic so as to enrich your vocabulary. But before starting that, let me tell you something about this crisis named coronavirus. And I think we are bearing the brunt of God's fury for our own mistakes. We have committed mistakes, and as a result of that, we are incurring the God's fury, and we will have to show immense patience, and courage to encounter this devil. Unless we show immense patience and courage, we will not be able to cope with this disastrous situation. And I firmly believe that humanity will emerge victorious against this war of virus. And people have started losing their lives rapidly. That is a matter of great concern for all of us. And I think we will certainly defeat this evil beast by maintaining social distance and keep washing our hands and keep using hand sanitizer and keep using mask, so that we will emerge victorious against this evil beast. So today I have decided to upload a video in which I have written here some idioms, and I think idiomatic expression can cast far more greater effect than that of any ordinary expression. If you want to express something, and if you have an idiom in your mind, and if you use that at that a proper place, then your language will be regarded as polished and rich. So if you want to enrich your vocabulary and enrich your language, then you should also try to use some idioms in your written or spoken language. So here I have written 14 idioms in Hindi, and now I will translate them into English so as to impart some kind of quality education to all of you. So first of all, न नौ मन तेल होगा न राधा नाचेगी. So the first sentence idiom tells us an completely impossible situation. We are talking about a completely impossible situation where there is no possibility of happening that thing. So na no man tel hoga na radha nachegi, it means neither the condition will be fulfilled nor the latter situation will come in that way. So no man tel hoga na radha nachegi, the English idiomatic expression will be in this way: when sky falls, I will catch larks. So lark is a bird. So here you must keep one thing in your mind, that while writing of a Hindi idiom into English, we will have to make sure that word by word translation will not be done in English idioms. We will have to use another example of English idiom of Hindi idiom. Alright, because we can't express the same thing in the same language or in the same words. That is not proper here, and that is not possible in English grammar. We will have to write some other example of English so as to understand the Hindi idiom. Now, when sky falls, I will catch larks. It means when sky falls, and as you know, it is absolutely impossible that sky will ever come on earth, and we are talking about a probability then that when sky will come to earth, then we will catch larks, because birds fly in the sky. So this is absolutely improbable situation. भैंस के आगे बीन बजाना, इट मीन्स टू टेल समथिंग यूजफुल थिंग टू ए पर्सन हु इज हिमसेल्फ गुड फॉर नथिंग एंड ही डज नॉट वॉन्ट्स टू इम्बाइब what we want to tell him. भैंस के आगे बीन बजाना. So the English translation will be to cast pearls before a swine. हंस के आगे मोती बिखेरना. भैंस के आगे बीन बजाना मतलब हंस के आगे मोती बिखेरना. So it is no use casting pearls before a swine because we should not waste our time describing something useful to a person who has no appreciation for it. And एडी चोटी का जोर लगाना. नेक्स्ट इज एडी चोटी का जोर लगाना. तो इसका क्या होगा? टू लीव नो स्टोन अनटर्न्ड. टू लीव नो स्टोन unturned. It means to try our level best to achieve something. To leave no stone unturned. It means एडी चोटी का जोर लगाना. And there is one more saying in English. To pull out all the stops. एडी चोटी का जोर लगाने को एक इंग्लिश में और कहते हैं to pull out all the stops. And next, रोए बगैर माँ भी बच्चे को दूध नहीं पिलाती. So English translation will be a closed mouth catches no fly. It means if an insect is sitting somewhere and if it has closed its mouth, then it is absolutely impossible to catch a fly in its mouth. We will have to keep our mouth open to catch a fly. So it means we will have to do something on our part to achieve something. Unless we take initiative in any matter, no one will come in our rescue. आम के आम गुठलियों के दाम. Profit for profit. Interest besides. फायदा का फायदा ब्याज के साथ साथ. बिसाइड्स मतलब साथ साथ, मतलब ब्याज भी मिल गया, इंटरेस्ट यानी ब्याज, और प्रॉफिट यानी फायदा भी हो गया. सो आम के आम गुठलियों के दाम. इट मीन्स टू टेक फुल एडवांटेज ऑफ ए सिचुएशन. दिया तले अंधेरा. नेक्स्ट इज दिया तले अंधेरा. द नियरर द चर्च the farther from God. It means the nearer the church, the farther from God. It means diya tale andhera. So if a person himself keeps telling something to someone and if he does not himself obey that thing, then that will be to live nearer the church and farther from God. A person lives by a church but he is absolutely an atheist person, then it is no use living by a church because it has not served his purpose, because this church has not served his purpose. So if a person keeps preaching us about something and if he himself does not imbibe his preachings, then there is no use preaching that to someone else. Next is चोरी पे मोरी. चोरी पे मोरी. And next is ऊंची दुकान फीके पकवान. Great cry little wool. And चोरी पे मोरी will be, English translation will be to it is no use to lock the stable door after the horse has bolted. It means when something unexpected has happened, now it is no use making up for the loss by doing something useless. We should not indulge in doing something useless in order to make up for the loss, because what has been ended cannot be mended. What cannot be cured must be endured. If a horse has left it, if a horse has run away from the stable, then there is no use locking the stable door, because the horse has already left that place. It means there is no use to exercise caution after something unexpected has happened in our life. And ऊंची दुकान फीके पकवान, great cry little wool, because if a person shows is full of hypocrisy and ostentation, and in really and on ground he is nothing, he is not as useful person as he shows to be, then that becomes ऊंची दुकान फीके पकवान. It means if a person pretends to be a good person but basically he is an evil person, then it is no use regarding him as a good person, because we know his reality. बहती गंगा में हाथ धोना. Make hay while the sun shines. So this idiom बहती गंगा में हाथ धोना is written in Hindi, but the English translation of this idiom is written according to the atmosphere of England, where England and these European countries where the sun does not shine too much brightly. So in those places, whenever the sun shines brightly in the sky, a grass named hay is grey. A grass named hay prospers rapidly, thrives rapidly in sunshine. So what happens? People are of belief that if the sun has started shining brightly in the sky, then we should start growing the grass hay so that it may prosper rapidly. Next is make hay while the sun shines. Next is आग में घी डालना, to add insult to injury. To add insult to injury, or you may say to add fuel to the fire. It means don't aggravate a situation which is already very panicking. Don't try to worsen a situation because it will not serve our purpose. It will only be ruined. It will only prove to be fatal for all of us. आग में घी डालना, to add insult to injury, it means don't add insult to injury. And next is बेसिर पैर की कहानी, to tell cock and bull story. To tell cock and bull story, it means बेसिर पैर की कहानी. An interesting but false story is called बेसिर पैर की कहानी. Don't tell me cock and bull story. If a student comes late to his school and if he starts saying that he could not come owing to some reasons, then the teacher does not believe him and tells him, don't tell me cock and bull story because I know your reality. You are a lethargic student. You do not want to come to school regularly. That is why on time you are not a disciplined student. So I know your reality. So stop telling me cock and bull story. It is the figment of your imagination. पराई थाली में घी ज़्यादा नज़र आता है. The grass is always greener on the other side of fence. It means whenever we go for a walking in a garden or in a public park, we see that on the other side of the fence we think the grass is more greener than on which we are standing. It means we are always discontent with our material gains. We always think that we should have possessed more materialistic things in our life so as to lead a happy life. But seeing the present scenario, I have come to the conclusion all our material gains and all our wealth will not be useful here, because if our fate is not, if we are not fortunate enough to live in this world, then our wealth will not help us regain our health. And this is proved because people are running here and there for oxygen cylinders and for remdesivir injections, and you may be a wealthy person, but you will have to go pillar to post for getting these things. So it has become absolutely evident that our materialistic gains will not lead us anywhere. The boast of heraldry, the pompous of power, the beauty, the wealth that ever gave, awaits alike that inevitable hour. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. And we are heading towards graveyard because we have not obeyed the rules of which have been made by God Almighty. And the rules are to live in concord with each other. We do not want to live in concord with each other. We want to indulge in quarrelsome situation, and we want to indulge in quarreling with each other. So that is why we are incurring the wrath of God Almighty. And the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Side of the fence. It means of the fence. Next is गरीब की लुगाई सबकी बाबी. An empty purse is a heavy curse. Curse means श्राप. An empty purse is a heavy curse. It means गरीब की लुगाई सबकी बाबी. Because if we are dependent on others and if we live in abject poverty, then people start showing sympathy to us and they will speak to us sympathetically so as to pacify our wound. एक दूसरे को देखते ही तलवारें खींचना. It means to be in supreme enmity, to live in with each other in grave enmity. So the English translation will be to be at daggers drawn. Dagger here means chura. Daggers drawn means drawn. Draw means ready to pull out the dagger from our pocket. So it means they are at daggers drawn. It means they are ready to pull the dagger from their pockets to fight. It means एक दूसरे को देखते ही तलवारें खींचना. To be at daggers drawn. So I have here written some idioms for you, dear friends, and I am of the opinion that the show must go on. Instead of thinking about our future, let's keep doing our work, our regular work, and don't wait for future. What will happen tomorrow is not in our hands. Controlling tomorrow is not in our hands. No one can control what will happen tomorrow. Now suppose this is a critical situation. Now, had we been in a normal situation, could we have known what will happen tomorrow? Even at that time also we could not have speculated what will happen tomorrow. So why are we thinking of that now? If we have to live for more years or for more days, then no one can deprive us of our right to live on this earth. Keep doing your best. Home is where we have to gather grace. It means don't try to do something spectacular or something heroic because we do not, here we are fighting a different kind of war. Here we will have to show heroism by staying inside, not going outside. Here heroism is, this war will not be fought with weapons. This war will be fought with our minds. So keep studying, keep doing your work, and don't worry anything about our future. Good day and God bless you.